Hey guys, it's Carl Brown for GuitarLessons365.com. Today I thought I'd do a tribute to George Michael, who we just lost, by showing you how to play my favorite song of his, which is Praying for Time. So to make it a little bit easier here, we've put a capo at the first fret on a standard tuned acoustic here. So let's go through this. It's basically two chord progressions. It's really nice sounding chord progression though. It's not just because we have a capo doesn't mean we're not going to be playing some bar chords. You get a couple of bar chord shapes, pretty simple, but the chord progressions themselves are really cool sounding. All right, so let's start here. I'm going to compare everything to the capo. So I'm going to call this just an A major chord, even though it's obviously a B flat major chord because it's above the capo, but it's an A major above the capo, let's just say that. So it's going to make it easier to follow. So we're going to hold an A major. Now this is the opening of the song, kind of the main chord progression of the song. So A major, now from there we're going to go to this A major 7th. So I just take that standard A major and then just replace this finger here, so it's a second fret on the D but first fret on the G. Then lift up that first fret on the G to make it an A dominant 7 chord. So we have this. Now the strumming pattern you can use just a straight, just an 8th note feel, so just down, up, down, up. So keep that momentum going, and if you just hold the first chord, how I like to show people how to strum is when you're counting down, up, up, down, up, down, up, it can really confuse you. It can make you think about a lot of right hand instead of actually what's going on in the left. The right hand should really be done by feel. So that's why I say you get this nice down, up feel going. And the pattern is created just by eliminating some of the strokes and accenting some of the strokes. And that's how you want to be able to just hear a rhythm and just kind of sing it back, or just kind of da 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 da. But it's all just doing that straight down up motion and never stopping, and that's kind of keeps your the tempo going, your rhythm going, and then the rest of it, it's really all the exact same thing. All right, so that's why I don't really try to break down strumming patterns that often, because it should be a more natural thing to you. So work on that straight up motion. Just keep that momentum going through all the chords. Now we have a funky one, really cool chord. So I'm going to open A string there, 3rd fret on the D string, remember 3rd fret above the capo, 2nd fret on the G, open B, 1st fret on the high E string. We have this. We're going to end this progression by grabbing an F major bar chord. Obviously it's an F sharp major bar chord, but that's a standard F chord if it's 1st fret above the capo. Full bar there. All right, and then move it up 2 frets. And then you're done. So that's the first progression. Just repeat. Then it goes to the other, which I guess you could consider just kind of like the B section of the song, because it goes back and forth between these two sections. And that sounds like this. So repeat that a couple times, and then it goes back to the one we just did. All right, so that's starts out with, now it's obviously a C minor chord, but it's a B, we're going to call it a B minor because that's where it is compared to the capo. make it easy to understand. So I'm barring across 5 frets here. 4th fret on the B, 5th on the G, 5th on the D. I mute the 6th string with the tip of that index finger there. Same eighth note feel. Just kind of don't worry about a pattern. Just hum a pattern to yourself and just play it. Just hit the strings when you hear it, and don't hit them when you don't hear that in the pattern. All right, and then we're gonna have this. Kind of a Hotel California move there. We have 1st fret there on the A, 4th on the D, 3rd on the G, 2nd on the B, then the open high E string. So it's not a bar. Now from there, what I want you to do is leave your pinky where it's at and leave your 2nd finger where it's at. You're going to lift up and have the open A now. You get that pinky still at the 4th fret. Move this to the 3rd fret on the G string. And then you still got your 2nd fret of the 3rd string, still open high E string. Then we're going to jump down here. So what this is going to be is this is 4th fret there above the capo on the A string, on the low E string. Sorry, it's an A note. All right, the A string is going to be muted by the bottom of your middle finger. All right, then the 4th string, 2nd fret. This is kind of a stretch. Then the 4th fret of the G string, and the 5th fret above the capo on the B string. Now, if you don't mute the high E, that's fine because it's the same note. Down to just a standard E major chord. Now, sometimes you might hear a little D in there, but just it sounds pretty good just as an E. So we have this all together. And repeat that a couple times, and then you're back to the. So it is two very beautiful chord progressions. It's a beautiful song. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and you can get it underneath your fingers pretty quickly. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.